All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of the Crucifixion. I have here today Crucify Zero. So, uh, let's get right into it. So, give me a little bit of your backstory, a little bit about you, and why people should pick you as maybe their favorite player of the team.
Yeah, well, I'm the oldest guy on the team, 24. I got some youngins. We'll go ahead and start kind of where I started at with esports or video games themselves. Just like you and Docs, spoke about the other night. Pretty much started at the same time he did. I got heavy into it, sort of like Black Ops 1, heavy into actually playing Call of Duty.
Yeah,
As far as like the competitive side, I think it doesn't get any better than Black Ops 2 rank play. I think that was I think that's pretty much where most of everybody's passion
yeah,
for competitive COD came
100%.
from. I just think that was the most well-rounded game that has been made. Still my favorite to this day. Um, I took a break because I was not a fan of jetpacks. I think I played a little bit of what AW is
Yep,
that what it
yep.
was? Played a little bit into that. I don't know why. I was not a jetpack. Yeah, that was not me. I know everybody else loves it. I was always a boots on the ground guy. Came back sort of like halfway through Vanguard, I would say, a
Yeah,
little over halfway. You guys were telling me about a team you guys had. I haven't played Call of Duty, like I said, deeply since Black Ops 2. So I was rusty. It wasn't the best performance out of me, but I started falling back in love with just competing. I'm a competitor from nature, I guess you could say. So that's pretty much kind of the backstory with Call of Duty. Loved it Black Ops 2, Vanguard. People, it's a love hate game as it is, but it kind of brought the competitive fire back to esports for me. So
yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree. So speaking of teams, who's your favorite team currently in the CDL?
well, we love the Legion over here. The main reason for that is I love Donnie Temp. Temp, to me, I think he's underrated. I don't think people give him as what we say his flowers, right? Because I think he does everything that you want an AR to do on the map. Granted, even he's admitted that he may not have been the best teammate, you know, in
Yeah,
years past. I think I like to watch him on the map. I want to replicate his play style, so that's pretty much who I watch. So he may not be on Legion right now, but I always root for the underdogs. So.
I understand that. Understand that. That's pretty cool. So, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about our scrim against Team Deicide the other day. We won one map and lost the other, and me and you have personally we went over a little bit of the VOD together, and but obviously breaking the rust off is kind of getting there. So what were your thoughts on the scrim?
I thought our teamwork comes natural because all four of us we know each other. We've been around each other our whole lives, growing up playing sports. Playing in the backyard, playing basketball, doing all that. So I feel like our chemistry will never leave us. But like you said, it's still rusty because we haven't played together since, like you guys mentioned, season 2 of rank play. Like we
Yep.
haven't played as a team since then. So I think no matter what, you can have the best team chemistry, the best connection, but when you go that long without playing, there's still going to be bumps.
Yeah.
But all in all, the scrim, I think it went as well as what we could have hoped for our first time back. You know, the embassy, we looked good. We made smart plays. There are also some plays that we can work on. We went to Hydro. I don't think that's ever been our best map,
Not a
favorite map
chance.
anyway. We still kept it competitive, and as what me and you were talking about, we didn't have a game that we know we can. I feel like one of us have a better game, we win that,
Yeah.
and I'll say that to anybody. Um, I mean that Deicide is a team where we've played before. It's kind of I'd say it's like a rival because it's just one of those things. We played each other. We know how each other play. They've gotten the best of us, but I definitely feel like this go around, we already feel better as a team, and I feel like we're playing better together. So I feel like we'll be dangerous. We just got to get the reps in.
Yeah. Um, speaking of the deicide rivalry, I don't really feel like there's any bad blood. But I'm not gonna bring up the situation that happened actually during the scrim and kind of what happened after. It has all been resolved. If anyone has been wondering about it. But speaking on like just the rivalry in general, like I was saying, it does go back to the beginning of the season. We did play them in the Canna League, part of the lower division, the Trapper Dan League, and we had one of the craziest hardpoint endings I've ever played in and witnessed. Like going back and actually watching it was insane. Like Blue, uh, he made the craziest play I've ever seen, and like it was just we were down like bad. Like I think we were down like 220 to like 125. Like we were getting slammed, and we ended up coming back and winning like 250, 280, 248. So
Yeah.
I mean this year for us, I feel like it's been kind of a roller coaster. So I want to hear your thoughts on kind of how this year so far has went for us.
And like you said, roller coaster, up and down. We start out. I mean, I feel like every team kind of goes through the phase at the beginning where it's kind of just bumpy and you just figure it out. But like you said, definitely it's been up and down. We've had some very high highs. We've also had some very low lows. But and I don't want to keep touching back to what you and Docs have talked about, but I'm going to in this instance because it makes sense. You mentioned in the last episode how you feel like the time apart has helped, not just one specific person, but everybody. And you could see that. I think you and Blue going off and pairing with Spaz and Nebula, it's upped your guys' gameplay tenfold. I mean, Andrew Blue, I mean, dude is insane. I would take him over anybody else that we know that we play against. I mean, dude is insane. His comms are sounding better. You as just a leader in your gunny, I mean, it's second to none. And I think as far as me, Docs and myself, we paired off and we did our own thing. Um, but I also think that kind of helped us in the fact of just understanding the game, right?
Yeah.
Because we've gotten into situations to where we didn't have you or Blue that knew how the game went, so we had to learn and we had to teach. So that's helped Docs in the long run because, like you said, he's the leader. I mean, like he we can trust the calls that he makes. Um, right now, unfortunately, I'm playing on an Xbox, so my gameplay isn't as crispy or as good as it should be. But even then, I feel confident loading into a scrim, loading into a game with you three, more confident I have, in the past. So I definitely feel like if we keep riding on this high, the sky's the limit. So
So let's go back to you were saying a little bit earlier you are the oldest on the team. So do you feel like maybe as the oldest you have a little bit more on your shoulders to as like a leadership position, or do you think that um more or less like everything should be on Docs and or well even me when I was the second AR.
yeah, um, I mean, I wouldn't say I don't think maybe you guys don't have those expectations because you three know how the game works. You guys have been around long enough. But for myself, I would definitely like to set that expectation to be more of a help to Docs because I mean I'm 24, man. I've played video games my whole life. I'm not brain dead when it comes to Call of Duty. I there's some points I just get into the moment and I don't talk. So there's definitely more that I do need to work on myself. But like I said, I do want to kind of step up more and kind of be that second man to Docs. That way you and Blue can roam around and do your thing. So
Yeah, because um like I mentioned to Docs yesterday when we were doing the little episode one. Um, I made that call right off the rip, and I was like, "Look, you go top bridge, Docs go top AC. I'm gonna pull out a 30R, and Andrew get Mixie in their building." And everything that I said was gonna happen pretty much happened, and we
it's great
capitalized.
repeat.
Yeah, and we had three down right off the beginning. The only person that didn't die was, I believe, Seth at Xbox, and
Yeah.
we just kind of used our momentum for a good little while there. I think we had like a 48-point lead, like right off the rip at
Oh
P2.
yeah.
So, um, I feel like if we can sharpen our edges a little bit, because there there still is that rust, and we haven't really played that much since being back, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I want to see us, transform into a new team because, we didn't really play them at full strength. However, I still believe even at full strength, we're gonna either one compete and or beat them because I feel like our top end talent is just there and our ceiling is there.
No, I agree 100%. You know, I came into the scrim kind of taking it with a grain of salt. I took it serious, but like I said, I knew that there were going to be some rough times during it. So like I wasn't sweating it. I just knew that we'd have to go back. We'd have to watch together. We just got to get the reps in. But I definitely think once we smooth everything out, we can beat. I mean, almost anybody. Like you said, our ceiling is high, and I got all the confidence in you three by my side. So I wouldn't be worried loading in against anybody. So
Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about some personal growth because I feel like definitely everyone has had a lot of growth this year. Whether that's myself, you, Docs, or Blue, I feel like every single one of us has had like really good growth this year.
yeah.
Whether that's teammates or just players in the game. So, in your opinion, who do you think has taken the most steps? So, like from the beginning of this year to now.
the the on our team who's taken the most steps, in my opinion, it'd have to be Docs, right? In my opinion, I mean, you got Blue, who's always been nasty, right? He just needed to work on his comms, and he did that, and his comms are sounding good. Docs, I mean, I think we can all speak for just from everything from his communication, his leadership, his gun skill from the beginning to now. I think he's just a better, well-rounded player, all in all. Just
100%.
everything package. So I would definitely say him. And like I said earlier, me and him split off, so I've kind of been able to witness that by his side. So it's definitely been cool to see his growth firsthand into becoming the player that I know he can be, and he can only get better. I mean, it's only
Yeah.
up. So I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see the whole team. I mean, everybody. Ceiling's high, and it's really exciting. So
All right. Well, let's go and take a little step away from Call of Duty for a second, and we'll get back into Call of Duty here in a little bit. So let's talk about some personal stuff, like what sports do you watch, and who are your teams?
football, that's the main thing for me is football. I love it. Grew up playing it all throughout high school. Um, at one point in high school, I could have went and played in college, but you know, I chased different things, different paths in life. So, but definitely football, college football, and most importantly, is number one for me. I love Tennessee. Go Vols. I like the NFL as well. I like the Miami Dolphins. So those heretics stole the logo. So it's okay though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, football's number one. I like basketball as well, but anytime football's on, don't mess with me on Saturday and Sundays because that's me.
Yeah, the first preseason game was against the Browns and the Jets yesterday, and the Browns ended up taking it. So
Yeah, I've seen some highlights. Tennessee wide receiver plays for the Browns. He played pretty well. So
Jalen Hyatt, right? Or is it
no,
no no?
Cedric
Okay,
Tillman.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I Giants.
That's
I'm
right.
excited.
That's right.
He's quick. I'm excited to see what he does too, though.
Yeah, he just broke well, in practice at least he broke Tyreek Hill's top speed. He ran at 24 miles an hour in practice. So that's pretty crazy.
That's gonna be hard to guard. So whoever has to play him, good luck. 'Cause I
100%,
wouldn't want.
100%. So me and you have known each other for a very long time. We kind of grew up together. All of us did. What are some of your favorite memories, like as a kid?
Favorite? Oh, easy. Watching. our brothers travel baseball.
Yep.
I I don't know, like I was never good at baseball. I played it in little league and junior league a little bit, but I liked watching them play just because I knew how good they were, and it, I love taking the trips that we got to take with them. But yeah, definitely being able to watch our brothers grow in a sport that they loved when they were little. I just feel like that was awesome to see. Also, we always gamed, so you can never forget us being able to play video games all night, staying up, even though it wasn't supposed to. But
Yeah.
definitely watching our little brothers do their thing on the field. So
Yeah, I wish there's a lot of times I wish I could, go back and relive a lot of those moments because I remember watching Andrew and Chandler play JV for the first time. That
yeah,
they just, man, they were so good.
and I say that all the time. In my head, I'm just like, man, if I can just go back to those days, just for a little bit, it would just be awesome. But
Yeah.
I agree.
Um, One of my favorite moments in particular of watching them grow up, and for anyone that doesn't know, Blue is my little brother. He might be 5 inches taller than me, but he's still my little brother. That man's a giant to me. But um, they were playing, and some dude hits a piss missile to right field, to the right field wall, and he just throws it from the right field wall to third base, and they get the dude out. And I was just like, "There's no way." I was like, "There's no way he just did that." So that's kind of like a proud brother moment for me.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, hey, they're nasty on the sticks, but man, if these people out there could have seen them on the baseball field, they would have thought that they chose the wrong path because them dudes are gross.
Yeah, I wish I would have never stopped playing baseball, but things happen, and now I'm here. So Um, so what is your current like wish list for Modern Warfare 3?
Mm. I think I'm just glad it's boots on the ground. Obviously, I can't. If it was jetpacks, I'd be out. I'm retiring, but I'd get slammed if it's jetpacks. I'm trying to fly at people like that.
Hey,
But
I think it's the next Infinity Ward game is Advanced Warfare 2. So,
you
but
guys got to teach me. Yes.
it's easy,
You guys
man.
got to.
It's
You
easy.
guys got to set me
But
up.
we're gonna have a Treyarch game not right after MW3, so we'll have a good Black Ops game hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But definitely for MW3, a ninja perk, please and thank you. That would be amazing because I'm getting tired of being sound horde and search. It's awful.
Yeah, man,
And
Sound
it's not
EQ's
fun.
wild.
And I was gonna say, especially with the sound EQ, you can hear me from across the map, and I'm toast. So um, that I think Doc's actually hit on this yesterday as well. More than two guns, I think would make the game just more fun, right?
Yeah.
Because it just adds variety. It's not to go up against Scar on Scar and then Vaz on Vaz, for
Mhm.
instance, right? Just add variety to it. But I just think if they can just do that, also wouldn't mind the red dots back on the map.
Yeah, I mean they are coming, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's just a personal aspect of it. I just feel like I don't know, just make the game fun in that way. Add more metas. Please bring Ninja. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't mind the trophy, being how it is. I love having a trophy, but let 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 us have a ninja perk. That's the main thing for me. I just
Yeah.
sound whoring on these past games have just been insane. So
Yeah. Like I said on the last episode that we did, it's kind of like Vanguard and MW2 kind of had a baby from kind of all the information I've gathered from Reddit and on Twitter. And
yeah,
speaking of Twitter, make sure you guys go follow. It's over down there, somewhere, right there. Make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and obviously subscribe here on YouTube. Um,
yes, sir.
Quick side note: make sure you guys use code CG10 on Dubby Energy and at Kench Gaming for 10% off on Dubby, and then it's 5% off on Kench.
I do want to break in on that. Definitely go get the W. Stuff's good.
Yeah, dude,
We have
Dragonade,
nothing but good things.
Dragonade's
Yeah, we have
so
nothing but
stuff.
good things to say. And since I mean, hey, who doesn't? Who wouldn't want a little bit of discount on some controllers. I mean, it always helps. But definitely go give us the follows on all of our socials. Use those discount codes. Go get you some some stuff from Dubby, some deals on that.
Heck yeah.
But that, I'm outside. Sorry about that. Uh, Somebody's trying to race, but the Vanguard and MW2 having a baby, I wouldn't mind that because the movement on Vanguard was nice.
100%. Like the little bunny hop and the slide canceling, and that was the big thing that Docs touched on yesterday was the slide canceling. So I would like to see it come back, but
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't mind. I like the movement on Vanguard, but I do like how MW2 plays, like the guns and stuff. Like I like how it plays. I just wish there were more meta. So hopefully, if they listen to everybody and what they want, they can make the game something special. So
yeah, like personally, I wish that they would have just nerfed the M4 a little bit and kept it in the meta, and then it could have been
yeah,
a three gun meta that way, and the flex gun would have been the M4. But
that would have been nice. I
it
feel like people would have
got
been okay
GA'd
with that.
before it got nerfed, so
I didn't even get to use it. So
it was crazy, man. I loved it. That was one of my favorite guns to use this year. Speaking of favorite things this year, what has been like your top moments for MW2 so far, playing wise?
top moments. Well, you touched on it. I think just in the aspect of me competing, the best moment was that deicide hardpoint Mercado. I just feel like I've not been in a game that insane, like that much hype around it. The way it ended, it I mean, nothing beats that. When you can win like that, and when you can clutch up,
Yeah,
being down by so, I mean, I just feel like the adrenaline was running and it was pumping. It was just the best feeling I've had
yeah.
all year.
And I'm gonna try to find the clip on Twitch, and I'll try to put it over us while we're talking. But there's a point in that game actually where you it was on the last hill of the game. You were in the hill, and I going back and watching it, I was like, how is he alive? Like you shouldn't be alive, and like you stayed
Yeah,
alive long enough for Blue to get in the hill, and I think he goes on like an 8 spree to end the game. So like,
yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, no, if you can find that, that'd be nice. I'd like to even see that again.
yeah,
And that's one thing that I've worked on, or I've tried to work on whenever we kind of took our break. Was I felt like I was playing too fast in the sense of I wouldn't play my life, right?
yeah,
So that's something that I've been working on is getting a kill and then just backing away because I'm a main AR. I don't always need to have 100 engagements. Like if I can get a kill, play my life, and stay alive in the back, hold spawns, we're good. So it's definitely been a focal point for me, just as when it comes to practice and stuff, just getting a kill and dipping. I just gotta play my life. So
yeah. I recently when we were talking about going in, I was talking about the 25% rule, and I think in that scrim that we just had, I feel like everyone was given 25%, and whether we won or lost the map, we're steadily getting better at certain aspects of the game.
oh yeah, yeah. Our morale, even after we didn't win every map, but our morale was still high. And I think that's another aspect or another thing where we had that break. We can look back on it and go, this helped. Our morale was never low, no arguing. We kept it calm, cool, and collected no matter what happened. So I think that's another big thing that to look forward to with us because like I said, every team has their problems, and
Yeah.
even the pros, they argue, but I feel like we kept everything cool and leveled out. We can go back and watch the VOD, and we're all going to know what we need to work on. So
So any other just favorite moments in general of Modern Warfare 2, whether that was you casting, watching, pro games, anything?
oh, pro, I love when Vegas came back on Hotel on LA on the
Yeah.
Thieves. That the biggest comeback I've ever seen. I think that's ever happened, at least that I know of. I don't know. I may be wrong, but and that's another thing is like I've watched even whenever I sent this to you guys whenever we wasn't even a team. I was watching kind of they did like not like a full documentary, but they kind of they focused on that game and just how those four on Legion they stayed calm. They were down by, I mean, this is an almost an impossible comeback, and they were they weren't heated. They kept each other up there. All their heads were up. Everybody would stay confident, and look what happened. I mean, they did something that people thought was impossible. So I think I feel like that's not only in life, but especially in Call of Duty, right? You don't always have to be the better team if you just have a better mindset, in my opinion, right? You go into the game, you're confident, you play for each other, you play with each other. You're going to be hard to beat on any given day. So
Yeah, I feel like, and that was one of the things I even talked to um, Chandler and Blue, which is also known as Andrew. I talked to them about it, and I was like, it doesn't matter if we have the best gun skill in the world if we're not, excuse me, if we're not playing the game right, we're not gonna win anyways. So we have to
yeah,
start and worry about the basics first, and then once we get the basics down, no matter what, we're gonna keep it close. Because as long as we can rotate and win fights when we need to, like you can get
exactly.
outslayed insanely and win the game. So as long as you guys, get those kills when it matters.
No, 100%. I agree with that, and I will always agree with that. That's one thing that I try to preach. We can get outgunned. They can kill us more than we kill them. We just got to play the game right, and we'll be in it.
So I want to go ahead and take this little bit of time to go ahead and congratulate Docs. His baby was born this morning. I don't know, the exact pounds, but his baby was born healthy, and everything seems to be going good. So big
Little
congratulations to him.
little nephew, he weighed 6 pounds and 4 ounces, so
There we
he's
go.
healthy, he's doing well. So
That's a big boy. Yeah, he looks exactly like Chandler, dude. Little
I kind of feel
he
sorry
looks like
for
an
him.
alien, man.
Kind of feel sorry for him. I told Chandler earlier, I was like, man, you better hope you don't grow up looking like you.
Yeah, he's a
Boy,
but like, it's kind of crazy because I mean, Chandler's 3 years younger than me. I'm 23, and well, he's about to turn 20, and then Blue, he's 19, so I'm 4 years older than him, and it's been kind of crazy watching them grow up, especially over the past couple of years. So,
I
and
agree.
yep, and man, like Chandler has a baby now, and Andrew has one on the way. You have one. I'm the odd one out here. I have two fur
Hey,
babies.
you're next. What
I have
that means.
I have two fur babies, man. I got
That's big
Chum Chum and Gus, my boys. Um, but I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to my wife. She customized my Astro um, tags. This one's really cool. I love this one. So shout out to her. She's very artistic and she's just awesome. So shout out to her.
Right?
Um,
She's dope.
she is. She's very dope, and she's actually extremely good at Call of Duty. Like,
Yeah. No,
she's
she
she's
fried.
insane, dude. She is
You guys are
actually
lucky she's
insane.
not in any league we're in. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no,
Anybody wants
she.
to watch if he was in there, you guys are getting slammed. So
I swear to God, dude, she
she's
fries
terrible.
everybody.
Yeah, she's disgusting.
All right, what can what could Crucified Nation, is what we're gonna call you guys. What could Crucified Nation, expect out of Crucified this year? And not only what should the fans be expecting, what do you expect from us in general this year? Whether
Yeah.
that's championships or just content in general.
But for the fans, definitely, we'll we will continue to push out content. I feel like that's something that we do want to grow. As far as like the content side of it, it's something that we've always really wanted to do. We've never really like been in the right mindset, I guess I'd say, to kind of put our foot forward in it, and now we have. So I think for the fans, just continue to watch for our growth in that. We're always going to push out content, streams, posting on YouTube, scrims, clips, TikToks, all that. Follow the Twitter. We'll keep everybody updated with when stuff's coming out or when it's happening. We'll stay on top of that. Aspect on gameplay. One thing I can guarantee you is that you guys are going to always see 100% from us. we're gonna give it our all. We're gonna leave it all out there. We're not gonna give up. I definitely expect us to be competitive in any leagues that we're in. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're winning, some championships. I wouldn't be surprised at all. People might be when we play them. They might be surprised at how different we come, but not me. I definitely I could see big wins out there, maybe some upsets, but definitely no matter what, you're always going to get 100% out of the boys. So
Yeah. Um, Also, for the past 2 years, I've been the only one that's had the game off a drop. So this year, we're actually gonna all have it, and instead of me trying to teach all three of you guys, we're all gonna learn at the same time. So I think
oh,
that'll definitely help a lot this year, going into it.
that's another thing, the danger aspect of it, especially for me, because I've always had family stuff I got to deal with and whatnot. Family man first, but I've made a promise that this year we're all gonna have the game at the same time. We're all gonna be, prepared to join these leagues and take over. So I feel like that's gonna kind of just help with the wins. We're not gonna be behind like we have been in the past few years. So that's what I'm saying. Just watch out for it because we're gonna be coming different, and I know that. So
Um, any past teammates this year that you've kind of been able to pick up from and just kind of learn a lot from, whether that was good or bad.
yeah, I mean, I'm not going down any of the past teammates. Can't really speak for the when we joined DSI because the teammates. I'm not going to speak bad on them, but they didn't play, so we never really got time in. Um, but me and Chandler did make a team complex. I know he mentioned that. Picked up one of my buddies that I known for a while, Lonely Malik. That's one guy that I wish he would stick with. I wish he'd stick with it because he's actually not bad. He's actually really good. Um, me and Chandler was the one that had to like teach him, but he had a good attitude about everything. No matter what, he was always his attitude was the best I've been around, and I think that just came from him being the rookie. I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like that kind of helped me and you, Docs and I, because we were around somebody that he I wouldn't say like he didn't really have like a voice, not in a bad way, but like he was always the one that was just like, hey, let's keep our heads up, let's keep going, we got this, whatever. So I feel like that helped me and him in the aspect of we kind of got that attitude from him. We can keep all of our heads up, kind of keep us motivated, keep us going. Um, Now this one's a little controversial. Frosty TJ, um, I know you know him. A lot of people know him. Like or hate the guy, it is what it is. He wasn't bad. You know, when I got to practice with him, and he had a coach that we practiced with. I feel like that aspect was there whenever I wasn't because I obviously wasn't playing with you or Blue, so I got to sit down with him a lot, just with me and the coach. That kind of helped me in a way understand the game more and how to play it. As the main AR, how to hold stuff the right way better. I'd say so. I definitely appreciate Frosty and his time with playing with us. No bad blood with him. I hope that kid, I hope he flourishes and does well. So, but definitely just the attitude and just kind of learning my way around the game in that aspect.
Yeah. So with how everything went this year, do you have any regrets?
Oh yeah, I I definitely wish we would have stayed as a team throughout the whole year. I hate that happened. It sucked. Me or Docs, we didn't like any minute of it because it was just like, dude, you guys are our boys, right? We didn't want no like issues because we love you guys. You guys are our brothers. It sucked that it had to go like that, but like I said, it also helped all four of us grow. So I just regret that. I hate that it happened, but then again, I'm kind of glad in a way because we all grew as people and as players, and it's helped us in the long run. But that'd be the only thing that I kind of wish didn't happen. So I feel like we still could have grown together, but
Yeah.
stuff happens. But we're back. We're better than ever. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I just can't wait to actually scrim a hotel because we do actually have a pretty sick hold. That is it's actually nasty. So
Just
like
wait,
for
wait for the
yeah,
doctor to be back. We'll be running more scrims.
yep,
It'd be on. So.
it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to have big old Blue on here and his ugly ass or
Yeah, he needs to get on here. He needs to get on the cast.
yeah, he's the man. He's a character, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's something.
So what are your expectations for the team going into the new year?
Just competitive. Be competitive, no matter what. I think that's the only thing that we can really ask for at this point, right? I just want to be any game, any series that we play. I just want to be in it, win or lose. I just want to be there
Yeah.
because if we're there, we can continue to build on that and take the right steps. And then eventually, if we're not winning off the bat, we just continue working. As long as we're there, we're competitive. We know we can do it.
Yeah.
So that's really like off the rip. As long as we're competitive, we'll be fine. And I know that we will. I truly 100% believe that we're going to be competitive in every game that we play. So,
So do you think any other teams will actually be able to compete with the top four teams this year in the CDL?
man, no, I don't. I feel like there'll be
A
a
fine
thing here
line.
there. Where, yeah, yeah. I feel like there might be like one or two who can slip in there. In one major or something that like is like what the heck happened. But other than that, I feel like, and really, I think it's really just phase and optic in my opinion. And there's cops too, so that's awesome. But I feel like it's going to be hard for anybody to beat those two,
Yeah.
let alone the next two after that. So it'll be interesting to see. I know LAT said that they have a team. It's just not announced yet.
It's yeah, because according to Nate Shot, like everything's locked in. So, uh, my guess is it's that Ghosty, Cammy, Afro, and Jodeci's roster. So,
I mean that would be an interesting team to see.
I mean,
I think that
they're all pretty young. Besides Cammy,
yeah,
Cammy's been in the league the longest. He's been in since MW 2019. So,
yeah.
um,
I mean, I think that that's a team that could be better than Boston. In my opinion, I think they could. I mean, Ghosty, you guys seen it on Optic. He's like a human UAV, bro. I mean, he knows where everybody's at. And I just feel like that just helps anybody. I think that team could be decent. I don't think, no disrespect, but that Heretics team,
I don't
the only
like
one
it,
that we
man. I don't.
the only one that we've seen is Vickle. So I mean, other than that, I'm not seeing really any of the other ones play. I mean, they could be gross,
Yeah,
but I just don't think that that competes with those top four.
not a
And
chance.
we still don't know anything about Rocker. We don't know anything about Vegas. Um, we don't know anything about Seattle either, really, right? I mean,
So there has been a couple rocker leaks. I think so. Let me check this real fast. I do believe accuracy's there. Um, so I think it is. Oh, so it's accuracy, vivid, awakening, and lens. From the Awoba Bobs last year.
okay, and that's for Rocker, right?
Yeah. That is for rocker.
See, I mean that could be interesting too. Like, see, Call of Duty is just such a it's a weird thing, right? It's like
Yeah,
if that team meshes well, they could be dangerous too. That's just like I just feel like when it comes to esports, it really comes down to if your team meshes or not. If
yeah.
they mesh, you guys be all right. So, but I'm more interested to see what Vegas is going to do and where Temp's going to go.
It,
Um,
it's
well,
at,
I mean that's just to be determined, but
Temp,
I might have to.
yeah, Temp said that he will not play with Vegas again. So he wants to actually play on a team that's looking to compete.
They
So
just got to they got to spend money. That's they don't want to spend money. They
yeah,
can't do that.
I think I
Upsetting.
Loki. I think he could. One day I want to make a tier list, but I think uh, yeah, they. I feel like Temp has like. There's no way he doesn't get signed, right? Like
He needs
he's
to.
proved it for the past 2 years that he is still a very good player. I just
Yeah,
don't see a world where he doesn't get signed somewhere. Because like the AR talent right now, like there are some big names that haven't been officially announced. Illy, Arcides, Temp. Um, apparently, the rumor right now, I mentioned it yesterday in the first episode. Attach and Clayster apparently might be on the same team with Standy.
yeah. No, I did when I watched the first episode. I heard you say that that team could be good. I love Standy. I think Clayster still has it in him and attached. I mean, he's a solid player. I mean, that could be a solid team depending on who the fourth would be. I mean, you already seen Standy and Clay play together. Uh, that could be something that could be a good team. I will admit that.
I
I
think
wouldn't mind cheering for it.
I think
So
that they could go to Seattle. To be honest.
see now, there's something that I heard about Seattle is like Illy had a team that was going to go there because Rambo Ray is
Yep.
coaching. So
Hmm.
that could be. I mean, Illy. I feel like it's safe to say Illy's going to be in the league.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like I feel like you have to give him another shot. The injury happened, and you that is what it is. But if he's fully healthy, you got to give the guy a shot because he's disgusting. So
100%. I've and the leaked roster, not leaked, but him and RCDs have been playing together a lot. So
yeah,
I think Hook might be teaming up with Ilya RCDs, and then probably one more. I think it's gonna be like Gwen.
that's what I heard. It was like RC Zilly. Yeah, so that's what I heard. Hook. I didn't hear anything about the fourth, but that would kind of make sense, I guess. And I heard that's probably an option for Seattle. I don't think that wouldn't be a bad team. That'd be
Yeah.
a pretty good team.
I mean, and then I've also heard a couple other things about Seattle because Abuza, he hasn't been confirmed on any roster, and he also hasn't been leaked on any roster other than LAT by Zuma the other day. And
Yeah.
he is from Belgium and he does speak French, so um, maybe they're trying to move because one of the other rumors is they're trying to move Seattle up to Vancouver.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah, that would be an interesting team.
100%.
I feel like that could mesh well. Like I said, I wouldn't for Vegas just where that's my team. I wouldn't mind the Clayster. I wouldn't mind that team to be cheering for. Obviously, I'd cheer for Donnie wherever he goes because that's kind of who I like to try to idolize the game after. But definitely, I feel like I said, Call of Duty is just it's just kind of it's hard to gauge. So anything could happen, but still, those top four, those are like super teams, man.
Yeah,
This is gonna be hard to beat.
man, I just hope that everything this year can be super competitive and um, I just want to watch good CDL season this year, and I'm gonna try to get everybody in here. And after the week of for CDL, this is a new idea that just came to my head, and we'll have 4 boxes instead of two, and we're gonna go through and everyone's gonna write some stuff down, and we're gonna kind of break some things down and talk about what happened so far within that week,
I like that. I'm down.
whether that's with our team or the CDL.
Yeah, I
And
like it. Do both. Both.
yep.
Do both.
Also, I want to do some like interviews after our games and stuff, even after
Yeah.
scrims. So, please, everyone, stay tuned to that because, like you said, like we're gonna be pushing out this content. We're hopefully gonna get on a content grind, push that stuff out every single day. Whether that's gameplay of Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Rocket League, um, literally anything, man. Like Smite even. Like we love to play Smite out here. So
Oh yeah.
um, whether that's some like kind of scrim on there and we're just out here having fun. But please stay tuned for everything because we're gonna go through and upload different kinds of things, and uh, realize what you guys like to watch. Whether that's these podcast type of videos, whether that's a vlogs, because we are gonna do one when I go back to my hometown, and we're all gonna be there at the same time. You know, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna play golf, and then we're gonna sit down and do one of these in real life. So that's gonna be pretty sick. I'm really
That's
excited for
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah. I can't wait for that to happen. I feel like that's gonna be fun for everybody. So
Yep. Because this will be the first time I get to see everybody in 3 years. So it'll be pretty cool. Well, you have any more things you want to say?
I think I'm good for now. Just like I said, you guys continue to watch for the content. Stick with us on the journey. We're gonna grind. We're gonna continue to get better. Be looking out for scrims. We'll keep everybody posted. Like I said, we're coming. So
Yep. Alrighty. Well, um, for the next episode, if you guys have any questions that you guys want me to ask Blue, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and share it. Also, like I mentioned earlier, use our codes on W and Kinch, CG10, and then follow all of our socials. Well, this has been Crucifixion episode 2. It's been Crucified Mac and Crucified Zero. We'll see you guys later.